All right, heat number 1 of our women's masters athletes have taken to the stand or submit press medley.
We have Claire Myler there and onto the yoke already. Phenomenal athlete. Super strong.
She is taking that moment of pause when she gets there. So we might be getting a little bit of PR territory for her personal lifts.
I agree.
25 seconds remaining.
And Claire gets that yoke press. She's moving on to the block. If she takes her time here, I really believe she can get it.
She has about 15 seconds, so there is some pressure.
Stabilized. Wow!
She nails it.
That clean looked wobbly, and I was a bit concerned, but that press was amazing.
And what did we see from her throughout that course? A methodical patience and accuracy when she got to that yoke. She had only 15 seconds as she got to the block, but still cool, collected, and powerful.
And she got it. She got it. And it just shows 15 seconds, yes, there is still plenty time to take that breath and do it correctly.
Heat number 2, Evelyn Langilde of New Zealand in lane 1, Crystal Renaudette, USA in lane 2, Sandra Hager, USA in lane 3, and it'll be a 3-athlete heat for our women's over 40 class. Oh. Pardon me, I was misspeaking on my class athletes right here. We are on the women's 50 plus. All right, heat number 2 is Allison Dan in lane 1, Lacey Hughes, USA in lane 2, and Erin Williams, USA in lane 3. My apologies there.
Both first lane and second lane moving on. Claire and Jennifer onto the monster dumbbell. Lisa struggling on that first implement there.
Huge successful. Williams looking to get a handle on that barbell. 60-second time, 30 seconds remaining.
And the weights have stayed the same for our women's under 64 kilo class. But are still incredibly hefty weights.
Very heavy weights. That yoke is seeming to put a few of the athletes off, and like we said, it's not an implement that they've probably had access to, and it is very, very different.
Many of the athletes that I've noticed in their training videos are training on standard yokes with flat bases, no rocking effect. I mean, how would you think this would feel in comparison?
Oh, totally different, because that initial pickup is completely stable when you're taking it on a standard yoke with a flat base. But here it's very rocky, and if you haven't practiced stabilizing that yoke before your press, then this is going to totally throw you off.
We're seeing many athletes having to do a sort of dance back with it because they press into it and it's at an angle. Okay, we have our third heat. Lisa Tobin of Australia in lane 1, Natalie Struder, USA in lane 2, in lane number 3, Joe Kowalski, England, and in lane number 4, Penelope Barber, USA.
Remains to be seen.
So far in this class, we've only seen Claire Myler from Wales complete the whole event, all 4 implements.
Athletes in the way. 155 pounds, implement number 1.
Joe Kowalski, the first to complete this massive wheeled barbell.
Implement number 2, 93-pound surface dumbbell. Legs 1, 2, and 3, if you get a handle on 155-pound wagon wheel press.
Struggling to stabilize that monster dumbbell now.
Nicola, have you done any dumbbell work like this before?
I have, yes. I actually love dumbbell. It's one of my favorite events, but it is a tricky event. It's absolutely massive. And to get that in the right position is absolutely crucial before trying to press it.
I can imagine there's some different levels of coordination that go from having both hands on a barbell to having one hand for the press, or just the press factor on the dumbbell, kind of tilting to the side. Is that something that you see as being a challenge for these athletes, or are they so well trained that it's not a factor?
I think if they've done their prep right, that it won't be a factor moving on to it. You know, they have primed and prepped their bodies and their minds for this. But in competition, sometimes the pressure can get on top of us.
Our fourth and final heat, Kristen McCarthy of USA in lane 1, Janet McGraw, USA in lane 2, Genevieve Sager, Canada in lane 3, and Kiki Burley Johansen of Norway in lane 4.
We see Kiki is a very tall athlete there. She walks up.
Just a bit.
Just a bit. Long limbs. As I said, sometimes this can, I'm not going to say every time, but sometimes this can, you know, make it a lot harder for athletes that are pressing.
We will see right now.
We will find out, but she is an amazing athlete.
Sort of a raising the bar from the athlete's height as they go down the field there.
And away we go. 155 pounds.
Didn't seem like it phased her there.
Johnson successful in 4. On the number 2, that starts double weight 93 pounds.
Lane number 2, she is quite happy, Janet McGraw, to be advancing to that yoke. And Kristen McCarthy is right behind her.
67. We got 14.
Kristen and Janet still on that yoke. Are we going to see one of these press it? Oh.
And just slightly outside of the wheelhouse of power for these athletes. But incredible weights to be putting up overhead. Absolutely incredible. And I couldn't help but latch onto the fact that you said you like dumbbells. Personally, I hate it. Every time I have to train in a training block, my elbows get pulverized. But it's one of those things that the athletes have to, I assume, like really know how to pace it with their training. The balance between the dual-handed implements, the single-handed implements, the speed, the power days, and spreading them out throughout, of course, the widespread of their other event training.
Yeah.
And here we have our women's 50-plus division, Claire Myler with 4 reps in 55.92 seconds. And she was the only athlete of all of them to finish the full 4 implement run. And we have Allison Dan, 2 reps in 20.92 seconds. In 3rd place, Lacey Hughes, 2 reps in 22.3 seconds. 4th place, Janet McGraw, 23.47. And 5th place, Kristen McCarthy is the final athlete to get 2 reps, those first 2 implements, where the rest get either 1 or none. And these 3 athletes giving it their absolute all, but just falling a bit short of that first barbell. Case their ability.
And we're on to our 50-plus women.
Lane 1 is Lisa Carl Smith of USA. Lane 2, Erin Williams, USA.
54
See how wide that is and how brutal that is on the hands. That the hands are struggling to hold on with how wide that is and how heavy that is.
410 pounds on that sticks and stones ring.
Struggling here with that weight. Still at the same weight at 204 kilos. That is a big frame to move. These ladies are still fighting for it.
Come on, here we go.
Every little counts. Come on, a little bit more.
Under 10.
I think they're going to leave it there.
Less than 5.
Definitely have to take the integrity of the hands into account.
You do.
Doesn't do you any good to be ripping up your hands when you have a few more events to go.
Agreed.
But this, again, is our Women's Masters 50-plus category. We will be having our second heat take the stage shortly. Lisa Tobin of Australia will be in lane 1, Natalie Studer of USA in lane 2, and Penelope Barber, USA in lane number 3.
fascinated by how quick they're getting these implements back, especially when they're all moved. They're all coming out, getting the move back quickly so we can get through this, so that the athletes can go home and rest and recover and fuel for tomorrow's events.
I guess they have it easier in the first couple of heats, though, when not so many athletes necessarily finish the event.
Yes.
So they probably enjoyed these first few heats before they got to really start assembling quickly.
Try putting them all back.
Yes.
All 4. Especially those stones. Wow, this is sheer grit right there for Natalie.
We heard that roar come from her on that pickup.
I love it. She's fighting this. Beautiful. Keep going. Push on. Woo! Right there. That's heavy. That is heavy. Lisa's decided to leave it there. And again, that roar to get that weight up. I love these events. So this is where you just got to put it all on the line and just keep going, keep pulling, keep moving.
A 410-pound deadlift. Massive with such a wide pick like that. And Penelope Barber inching ahead.
Not giving up. I love it. Penelope's still going.
That scream
And
filled the
time.
arena every time, didn't it?
Yeah.
Max effort.
Incredible. Well done, ladies.
Well, that's one thing in training, is you never fully push all the way to 100%. But here on contest day, the chains come off.
Yeah, you got to give it your all here, and they are. They are, which is amazing to see, because that's what we want to see. Just give it your all.
Heat number 3 will be taking to the arena floor Genevieve Sager of Canada in lane number 1, Kiki Burley Johnson of Norway in lane 2, Joe Kowalski of England in lane number 3, and Kristen McCarthy of USA in lane number 4.
We got to rest after, so I did everything I could, and that was pretty exciting. So, admiration for the consistency of his preparation. That's it. I got to see him get out there. I got to see him get excited.
All athletes are in the frame now. We are just about ready to go. Just getting the blue team just moving out of the way, and then we are waiting on our refs to get into place. Oh, here we go. We're off. Kiki is away. Wow.
She's got the legs, she's got the arms.
This is incredible.
I love the smile on her face as she's walking, like
as
in
she's
her
getting
element.
to the end, laughing, just loving it. Incredible.
Genevieve Sager screaming as she comes down, but here's Kiki.
Here she goes. What a pace setter right there. Look at that.
Incredible.
A little jump up to celebrate. Absolutely incredible. Well done, Kiki. We've got Genevieve here. She's still going. Look at the grit, determination on her face.
Genevieve in lane 1, just a bit out of screen, but she has crossed the finish line.
Yes! So happy she completed it. That's absolutely amazing. She struggled to pick up that frame in the beginning, but she's just completed it. So this is why you don't give up.
And we heard it as she came here towards the end, just really pushing the end of her exertion.
Yeah. Incredible. Well done. She's going to be very pleased with that result.
But Kiki, so fast.
So fast. Picked it up like it was just shopping bags. Off she
Just
went.
one trip.
One trip, that's all you need. That's why we do this. So we don't have to go to the car heaps of times to bring in our food shop.
Yep.
Oh, and we have walking out here, we can see the leader shirt.
The gold shirt is in the arena. We have Janet McGraw of USA in lane 1, Lacey Hughes, USA lane 2, Alison Dan of Australia in lane 3, and Claire Myler of lane 4 of Wales.
Claire Myler, our current leader in the 50 plus category.
Kiki finished sub 30.
She did.
27.69 seconds is that time I'm hearing.
That's going to be a tough one to beat.
Can our gold shirt do it? Claire Myler.
She is a fast athlete. She moves quickly. A great deadlifter as well, so got that strength to do the pickup. Grip strength's good, but we'll see, because that was fast from Kiki. 27.69.
Yep.
Wow, incredible.
And the athletes can start with their hands on the implement, but you see none of them want to stay bent over for too long. They're taking their time until everything is set. It looks like we're ready.
I think we're ready. Darren has said, are we ready? Here we go. And our leader, current leader, in the gold top is away. Can she beat that time though? Incredible, incredible.
Claire is moving so
Wow. That is fast. Woo! Claire Myler, wow. Incredible.
fast. There's those stones pushing Allison's legs together so hard.
She can.
And Lacey
This
right
is
behind
tough.
her.
Wow, well done. These ladies fighting for this. This is just amazing to watch. Incredible. Come on, Lacey, finish it, gal. Almost there. Yeah, she got it. Well
All
done.
four finished.
Absolutely amazing.
Amazing indeed. And we'll get the names lined up correctly, but it should be Lisa Tobin of Australia, Lisa Coro-Smith of USA, Joe Kowalski of England, and Erin Williams of USA.
Lisa has dropped out, so it's Joe Kowalski in lane number 1, Erin Williams in lane number 2, Natalie Studer in lane number 3, and Penelope Barber in lane number 4.
Lane 1, locking out the 405.
40 seconds, tick off the clock, that is 20 seconds.
Can we see the 4:55 in lane 1?
155 pounds in lane number 1, that's Joe Kowalski.
Joe Kowalski in lane 1 will be our current event leader for the Women's Masters 50 plus category. I apologize for any mix-up of names on my part. We are moving through a lot of athletes and definitely want to give them the due representation that they've so well earned.
I agree. I agree.
Our next athletes are ready to go while we get these scores recorded. In lane number 1, it's Penelope Barber.
Penelope Barber in lane 1, USA. Kristen McCarthy in lane 2, USA. Lacey Hughes, USA, lane 3, and Janet McGraw, USA, lane 4. An all USA heat.
Athletes are away 60 seconds, 335 pounds now for our fifth.
Lacey Hughes blazing through the bars. No straps yet from Lacey.
Lacey Hughes onto that 4th bar.
Here comes Kristen McCarthy now as well.
Kristen and Janet also moving on to that 4th bar, and Penelope onto that 4th bar.
25 seconds away.
No, Lacey's leaving it there.
20 seconds. Less than 10.
as much as we want to see the athletes stay there and push to the end of the clock, deadlift is one of those events where you know when your body is not going to be able to do it.
You do.
So hats off to these ladies and giving it their all. In Heat 4, our final heat of the Masters 50-plus category, Genevieve Sager of Canada in lane 1, Alison Dan of Australia in lane 2, Kiki Burley-Johnson of Norway in lane 3, and Claire Myler of Wales in her first of 2 division appearances here in lane number 4.
I know, and going in to do these deadlifts twice.
Look at that gold shirt. It looks so pretty.
It looks good. I'm really enjoying these leader shirts. I think it's really, really good.
All eyes on Claire.
They're coming for her. Wow.
You blink and you miss it. Claire Myler smashing 3 bars.
She is well known for her phenomenal deadlifting, and she's very confident in it. It's one of her favorite lifts, I know for sure. Wow!
No straps, absolute ease. Claire Myler.
Claire Myler from Wales. Incredible. We've got Kiki on that bar, that 4th bar.
20 seconds.
20 seconds to go. Come on, Kiki. We've got Genevieve. Come on, fight for that bar, girl. Is she going to get it? She gets it. Yes.
Wow, in the
and
nick
she's
of time,
so
Genevieve
happy.
Sager.
She's so happy.
I love that happiness.
She's great. I spoke to her today, and she's full of energy. I love it.
Your winner, completing all 5 bars in a time of 22.98 seconds, keeping her gold leader shirt on.
Penelope in front. Natalie and Erin catching up. Who can get back the quickest to get that second sandbag? All the ladies go around the back of the sandbag there.
Natalie Struder.
Come on, Natalie. She's doing well, keeping up that momentum. She's going to get past there first. But Erin in lane 3 is picking up the pace now. She's got it. Natalie in lane 2.
So calm and collected the whole way through.
Penelope in lane 4, struggling to get that tombstone sandbag, Roosevelt style sandbag.
I've got to wonder, as we move up throughout the weight classes, as the athletes get heavier, are we going to see a difference in performance? Because we had endearingly referred to this as potentially being a death medley, but with the 64 kilo class, they smashed it.
Yep.
And of course, you think the lighter athletes, the ones that have less body weight to move around, they can usually keep that gas pedal down or at least move fast and get the job done. I'm wondering, as we go through the heavier athletes, are they going to have a harder time?
Potentially, not because of the weight, because the size of the sandbag is obviously going to be much bigger, because the weight's going to be heavier. So there could be a struggle there with some of the tombstone Husafel style sandbags where they're going to be quite large.
Quite large indeed. Our second heat of the Women's Masters 50-plus division, Genevieve Sager of Canada in lane 1, Joe Kowalski of England in lane 2, Kristen McCarthy of USA in lane 3, and Alison Dan of Australia in lane 4.
So she carried this second tombstone 31 feet 5 inches. So she gets the 50 from the men's ball plus the 31.5 for
Just to give you an idea of the weights that we're dealing with, the athletes are wearing the 43-pound vest, 19.5 kilos, the 120-pound sphere, 54.5 kilos, the 165-pound, 75-kilo tombstone bag for a combined weight sled of 285 pounds, 129.5 kilos. That sandbag looks a little low for Allison Dan in lane 4, just pulling out of her hands.
Genevieve is the first, ready to take off there. Keeping a good pace. However, Joe in lane 2
Look
is
at that
catching
acceleration.
up. Wow.
With the bent elbows.
With the bent elbows again.
She tired out a bit there. And
Look,
picking up again. It's going to be close.
Allison as well. That was.
Who do you think?
There was too many of them passing at the same time. I'm really not sure.
Keep up. Look at the Smurfs at work. Such a quick turnover from our staff in blue. We have one heat left. Heat number 3, Kiki Burley Johnson of Norway will take lane 1, Janet McGraw will take lane 2 of the USA, Lacey Hughes of the USA will take lane 4, and Claire Myler, our leader in the gold, competing in 2 weight categories throughout this weekend, of Wales in lane number 4.
Here we go. Final heat for our 50-plus ladies. I love this card because it really shows it doesn't matter how old you are. You can still be lifting these weights, be strong, be fit.
And be fast.
And be fast. It's showing that.
All of the elements of vitality.
Oh, yes. Here we go. And Claire is off. Kiki, though. I've been watching her to train and she's been doing it really well.
Well,
she hates running, but she's been doing amazing on
every
this
step
one.
for Kiki is 2 of everyone else.
That's very true. Claire doing amazing. Right in front there. Making sure she's loading that to the back. Is that something that they're actually meaning to do? Is that a technique that they're doing on purpose?
Look at Kiki catching up.
Wow. Claire Myler. She gets it. Was she fast enough to beat Natalie? What do you think?
Yeah.
It looked like
I think so.
I think so too.
It just amazes me that Claire is doing 2 of everything throughout the whole weekend.
She's crazy.
You know, we jokingly were saying that she's using the over 50 division to warm up for the over 40 division.
That's exactly what she's doing by the looks of it.
Top, you take this one.
Okay, we've got our 50-plus women in first place with no surprise really because she's been absolutely amazing. Is Claire Myler with huge 52 points, followed in second place by Kiki Burley Johnson, am I saying that right? 41 points, and in third place Janet McCraw with 40 points. Going down to joint 9th place there, is that right? Am I saying that? Both 16 points.
Yes.
We've got Penelope.
All right, we move on to our Women's Masters 50-plus category. In lane 1 will be Penelope Barber of the USA, and in lane number 2 will be Natalie Studer of the USA.
Now, I will apologize. I don't know as much about these ladies, but they have been a joy to watch all weekend and get to watch their athleticism and what they bring to the sport. So I'm here for this right now.
Now we're starting to see an increase really in athletes' height. I'm wondering how much that plays as we move further down to those big 30-pound bags, which, of course, this series has remained unchanged in weight.
And the difference between this type of event versus all the rest of the events that we've seen this weekend is not only is this a dynamic strength movement, it's also a lot of technique. If your technique is just a little bit off, your bag isn't probably going to make it over unless you do have that full explosive power from the bottom.
Now, what can you say about keeping your mental composure when that bag does hit the standard and doesn't go over?
You just have to, so with every lift, I always have cues in my head that I go through as I'm doing that lift, and sandbag toss is one of my worst events. I will not lie. I'm kind of glad I'm not in the finals this year. But
I appreciate that honesty right there.
But yeah, so I just remind myself of those steps, those technique points that I know I really have to make sure I hit every time if that bag is going to make it over that 13-foot cross beam.
Do you feel the standard is too high with that bar?
I personally, yes.
Was that a loaded question?
I am 5'1". I would love like a 10-foot or 12.
Oh, let's take off a whole 3 feet.
Yeah.
You could just smash those 30-pounders.
I would look like Ree then at that point. You know, everyone just flying right over the top.
We all want to look like that. That was a clinic sandbag toss. In heat number 2, we will have Joe Kowalski of England, and in lane number 1, Genevieve Sager of Canada. I'm loving these black shirts with the gold letters.
I know it's become a staple for the finals for OSG, and I love it. Lynn is definitely a good for keeping that every year moving forward.
It's a trophy for every athlete that makes it here.
Yeah, I know. Then these athletes starting last year, we also get the top 10 medals as well. So not only do you have a shirt to commemorate that you were strong enough and powerful enough to make it to the finals, you have a medal now that you can add to the trophy bracket.
Oh, that is just so crushing, where it just dances over.
We're told that if it does hang on the top and not make it back over to the athlete, that will count as an over as long as it does not come back towards the athlete. But I'm not sure with how full these bags are if they'll really stick to the top at all to begin with.
And both ladies will just have time expire. Strong performances from each lane in heat number 2. Heat number 3, we will have Panda. Thank you for joining me.
Of course,
I
thank you
appreciate your
for
insight and congratulations on stellar performances.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. I am back, Nicola Buchan. Here we are, and we are on to our women's 50 plus.
Kristen McCarthy in lane 1 and Lacey Hughes in lane 2, both of the USA. And that was Christine Matthews, a.k.a. Panda, we just had the privilege of sharing the mics with.
Thank you very much, Panda.
Lacey getting so much height, but just shy of going over.
There we go. There we go. She's getting very, very good height.
She's so explosive, and we saw it on her deadlift.
It's all about that hip power here. Yes. Kristen in lane 1 there. Yes.
McCarthy advances to the 5th bag. And Hughes falling a bit short in terms of horizontal distance there. Hughes gets it.
And the whistle has been blown. The power in those bags from Lacey, that was incredible. The hip power we're getting from that, the height.
These bags are such great implements. This is the Cerberus strength sandbag toss. These Cerberus bags are so fun to throw and hurl up in the air. There's something satisfying. I don't know if it's the young man in me that likes to throw and skip rocks on a pond or make a big splash, but throwing weighted bags. Do you like to throw bags like this?
I do. I'm not good at it, but it is a very fun event, and I like the bags that they're packed, they're solid. So we're not going to have that. I don't think we're going to see a bag stuck. It's either going over or it's not.
I believe they have a combination of sand and pelletized rubber in it.
I love that.
In lane 1, Alison Dan of Australia. In lane 2, Janet McGraw of the USA.
6 bags total, 13 feet. The height bags 1 and 2, 20 pounds.
Wow, great there for Janet in lane 2. Alison on a roll as well. These bags are flying for these ladies.
Allison moving on to that 5th bag, 13.5 kilos. Every toss is valuable energy. These athletes need to really focus and give it their all here. They're at the end of their rope.
that was so close there for Janet. Like you said, there's a lot of energy. Every time you're throwing these bars, a lot of energy being given out. But yes! She gets it. She deserved that. She worked for that one.
In the nick of time right there.
Perfect.
I couldn't help but just pump my fist in the air. Just so stoked for her.
Amazing. Good job, ladies.
Our final heat of the Women's Masters 50-plus category, Kiki Berle Jonsson of Norway in lane 1 and Claire Myler. There's Claire.
There's
Wales.
Claire, yes.
The phenom competing in 2 categories, doing a full 12 events of this contest when everyone else only does 6. It sounds weird saying only does 6, but...
She is some woman, our Claire Myler. We've got Kiki there as well. Now, Kiki is a very tall lady. Is this going to help in this event?
This is an event for long limbs, and we see it with Hafthor Bjornsson. It looks like he just stands up and flings world record weights over a bar. But Claire, a lot of height, and Kiki right there as well.
Wow.
Claire, too much height and not enough horizontal distance.
And she's got it. Kiki throwing these with ease. Same again. A lot of height there from Claire, but just not going back enough to make it over the frame.
Kiki onto her last bag.
Wow.
This is her event.
This is it. She's got this. Yes.
Kiki with the win.
And we see there Kiki going right over to make sure Claire gets that support to finish off these bags.
The camaraderie of this sport. I love it.
She's still got time, and we're going to see Claire Myler finish this run. Come on, Claire. Come on, Claire. There's time. A little bit higher. Oh.
Thumbs up from Penelope. She is ready. Barber.
Nice
Inches
explosive
ahead.
lift there. This lady's looking good with these stones. Oh, can she fight it?
Good recovery from Barber.
Very
she
good
cannot
recovery.
afford an error like that.
Come on. Oh. Given it everything in this event. Oh.
Something we're going to unfortunately see a lot of is as the athletes get tired, approaching those heavier and heavier stones, those muscles are screaming at them every step of the way, and they might fall a bit short of clearing that ledge at the front of the tower. And what a defeating feeling that must be.
It is indeed. But these ladies really gave it their all there. You could say they fought for that till the end.
Just like on those bag tosses, any miss in a repick is valuable energy. Heat number 2 takes the arena floor. Genevieve Sager of Canada in lane 1 and Joe Kowalski of England in lane number 2. Look at that little smirk. She's focused but can't help but be thrilled to be here.
Yes. And so she should. This is an amazing experience. And both ladies on the first stone. Easy there for Genevieve and Joe.
Sager inching ahead. Another display of Canadian power here.
Little stumble there from Joe, but she's resetting herself. Can she get it up? Can she fight it? Oh.
Sager gets it. 250 pounds, 113.5 kilos on lane number 1.
Come on, Joe, a little bit higher.
fatigue kicking there in the lower back and hamstrings for Joe. Just not able to load that stone. And same for the
She gave
for
it her
Genevieve.
all.
She gave it. They both did. They both really pushed themselves. They may not have finished the run, but what a performance from these ladies.
That's one thing. To leave it all in the field and be done with that final event, that is such a victory no matter what else happens.
Oh.
These athletes are all smiles
Yeah,
when they leave.
making it to the top 10, to the final day, because there is only 10 athletes that go through to the final day. So all 10 is a huge win.
Look at that celebration from friends, family, spectators. It's lovely. Our third heat, 2 more to go after this. Kristen McCarthy of the USA will take lane 1, and Lacey Hughes of the USA will take lane number 2.
Wow.
Does Lacey have a basketball there?
We've seen the power in our deadlifts and our throwing bar, so we know she's got amazing hip power. And we can see that, and she still gets that. That's incredible.
These stones are no match for Hughes on lane number 2.
Wow, she's still one motion in these stones.
Lacey Hughes,
Whoa!
250 pounds, goes up, the big one.
She's still got 15 seconds to get this last stone.
125 kilograms,
She's
275 pounds, and her tacky is slipping a bit.
She's leaving it there. She knows she's not got time.
That's big points on that 250, though. Wow.
Well done.
Lacey Hughes, what an impressive stone loader.
That was incredible.
That 150-pound, 68-kilo stone looked weightless in her arms.
One motion in that. What a woman.
Heat number 4. Janet McGraw of the USA will be in lane 1, and Alison Dan of Australia in lane number 2. Here they come. A bit of a height difference with these two. I wonder how it will play out. What are your thoughts on wearing a belt for this?
I personally don't wear one. Again, it's always just down to the athlete. If you feel like that's going to give you a bit more confidence, it's definitely something I would recommend. I think that does give people more confidence because it is very taxing on the lower back. What's your opinion?
I can get it. I mean, you want to wear something to protect your back, but I'm like you. I don't like having an extra surface for stones to possibly slip on. But here they go. USA versus Australia.
150 pounds, stone roll load is 54 inches. You can sit now.
Wow.
McGraw looking more explosive.
Beautiful loading from both these ladies.
Alison Dan taking a bit more time to set her tacky. Here's the big stone for McGraw in lane 1 in the red shirt. 113.5 kilos.
Oh, just a little bit too early pulling back there. She's to really get above those knees so that sits into it.
Too early by Dan. She hits
Yeah.
that ledge.
Too early. Got to get a little bit higher with those hips. Fully extend, then lean into it. Oh, just running out of time there. I think if she'd had more time, that was still moving nicely. Slowly, but again.
Slowly, but still moving. It would have
Yes.
been one of those long 10-second grinds.
Yes.
But
That is stones. You got to be patient with
gotta
it. You
be
got to
patient.
keep grinding, and it will come.
a true competitor is going to the end of their clocks, not relenting. Okay, this is it. Our final heat, heat number 5 in lane 1. Kiki Berlin Jonsson of Norway. In lane number 2, Claire Myler of Wales.
final two.
Who you got?
I really don't know. They're both amazing. Kiki's got that height for the load-in, but we've seen the strength from Claire Myler.
It'll be interesting to watch Claire as well, because this can kind of pave the way for what comes next as she does it again in the over 40s.
That's right. Oh, first stone easy there for both athletes. Explosive from Claire Myler. She's literally throwing them up and catching them. One motion. Has she done enough?
I think she's done enough, and that's all she wants to do. She knows she has a heavier set to do later on. Kiki, easy work of that 250 onto the 275.
Come
Myler,
on, Kiki.
right next to her, cheering her on.
Yes. Yes.
Wow, she made that look so easy.
So easy.
Winner of the Atlas Stones, it seems like. We'll have to get the official. Well, no, that's it. Lacey Hughes fell short. That's Kiki's event. She won.
Kiki.
Incredible.
Amazing. And Claire, obviously, she stopped there. She still got the 40s plus to do, so she didn't need to do any more. But that first 3 stones were flying like they were nothing.
Finishing in third place of Australia, Alison Dan.
In second place, representing Norway, Kiki.
In second place of Norway, Kiki Burley Johnson. All smiles.
This year's Women's Masters 50 Plus champion, representing Wales.
And our Masters 50 Plus champion, the woman who did 12 events this weekend, of Wales, Claire Myler.
Claire frickin' Myler. Wow. What
That
a
is how she'll be
performance.
known from here forward. Claire freaking Myler. Just insane. Using her performances all weekend long in the 50s as a warm-up for her performance in the 40s. And that's still